Casio Duro. The name was actually given by the fans. In Spanish, Duro means strong, which makes perfect sense when you see that the most of Duro Reddit community are buff Mexican and Spanish guys flexing in wrist shots. The watch is loved by great businessmen, inventors, philanthropists, writers, and all around legends. Unrelated, but Bill Gates wears it too. This model is named MDV-107-1A1A, which is a mouthful, so I call it the fishless Duro. It comes in different color options, still I chose the black one because it's the most versatile one, and not because I am boring and soulless. Why fishless Duro? Because there is an older discontinued version that goes by the name MDV-106-something something, which has a marlin logo, so if you are into them swordfish, grab while you still can. Here are some quick specs provided by Google because I am too lazy to measure stuff myself. 44mm diameter, 12mm thick, 48.5mm lug to lug. What this basically means is since the lug to lug isn't 50mm plus and the watch is not much thick, you don't have to have a pole or a wrist to pull this one off. Still, I would do those forearm curls every day for maximum variability and daily sanity. Just remember switching to your left arm. Crystal is flat mineral and it will scratch, but you can console yourself at your difficult job that those are battle scars, all while ordering replacement sapphire crystal from AliExpress. Now, did you know that most scuba diving happens up to the depth of 40 meters maximum? So when I found out that the water resistance was 200 meters, I thought it was great, but then I found out that the average dive watch enthusiast dives down to at least 300 meters of desk, so now 200 is just not gonna cut it. Weight is 92 grams, log width is 22 mil. Movement is quartz with plus minus 20 seconds per month, and the battery should last for about 3 years. Now, those were the specs, now let's hear some impressions. If this watch reminds you of a certain dive watch, then forget it because only AliExpress watches are homages, big brands have a free pass. Still, the watch looks really nice, sporty yet classic, with a mixed polishing and brushing on the case. Dial is simple shiny, markers are applied with the date at 3 o'clock. Duro has definitive presence, especially since the watches I wore before were all 40mm and smaller. While looking nice, the watch does lean a little bit into its size, and we all know that the average redditor is very self-aware of his/her wrist. So after asking, does this look good, the answer is always, if you like it, wear it, that is, if you are being nice, and it looks like a satellite dish on your wrist, if you are being honest. Of course, that's the reason why fans have always wanted the Duro with a slightly smaller case size while having the same or better specs, and what we got instead is this. Now, it might be a stretch, but my theory is that Gabe Newell has some serious stocks in Casio, which in turn means that at this point we will get the perfect Duro the same day we get Half-Life 3. As I said, you can see the presence of this watch and you can also feel it. On the stock resin strap, the Duro is quite top heavy. I have been wearing it every day and I must say it was not the most comfortable experience. Now I know how women feel when they take off their bras after a long work day. My cross-dressing hobby aside, the stock resin strap is, well, let's hear a few words about it. Of course, replacement is always an option. You can have a nice steel bracelet, or you can have this dangly one with hollow end legs and middle clasp, real cheap on AliExpress. Still looks nice though, link in the description. Another option is a NATO strap, but keep in mind it will make your watch even thicker. You can put it on other rubber, leather, whatever. Duro handles it like a champ. We have 120 clicks unidirectional rotating egg timer with an aluminum insert. So the action is a bit stiff with a slight wiggle, still solid. Now, you know I like my bezel action as I like my action with women. Any is good really. If you want, you can find replacement bezel inserts online and switch to a ceramic one, which leads me to my next point. Crystal, strap, bezel insert. Casio Duro modding is very popular. Now you must be thinking, Why spend $100 or even more on a $50 watch? Why not just get a different watch with better specs, or just enjoy Duro as it is? Are the specs really that important? Is the new ceramic bezel insert going to make such a big difference? Can't you just wear the watch with mineral crystal for a year? Do you need sapphire immediately? What is it with you and your obsession with watches? Why didn't you pay last month's bills? Why aren't you spending more time with the kids? And the answer is, do we cook with silicone oil by any chance? So the reality is, if you were making rational and reasonable decisions, you wouldn't be into watches in the first place. Now, pros and cons. Pros, looks good, manly, sporty, modding. You can scuba dive with it, but may not be suitable for desk diving. Grab and go quartz reliability. Cons. It's a big boy. Strap. Loom. Modding. No fish. As you can see, the Duro can be a great watch if you have a solid wrist or are into a bit bigger watches. The design may be a bit derivative and specs are not 2025 great, but modding is always a rabbit hole you can get into. I will definitely wear this one for quite some time, and if you like a solid built dive watch for not a lot of money, Duro is a great option. I rate Duro 6 out of 7 swordfish. If you have a moment, you could like and subscribe, it will not kill you, and see you guys in the next video.